Hey guys, it's NerfGeek364, and today I will be showing you the completed MTD LT1442. This is using the 18 horsepower Briggs & Stratton opposed twin. This is the one that in my previous video I said I was replacing all the gaskets, like sump gasket, head gasket, crank seal, like that. But now it is completely in the tractor and ready to drive. I actually just drove it last night and fired it up for the first time a couple of days ago. So it's all put back together. Now I actually have a little bit of a story on the main problem with this tractor. If you remember from the first video, it had a valve seat actually pop out on, I'll show you the cylinder. It was this cylinder right here. If you're sitting on the seat, it would be the left cylinder. Now, I thought I was just going to use the original valve seat and just use JB Weld to actually put it in place. But actually what happened is I took it to an engine repair shop, and what they did was they got an oversized valve seat and they pressed it in with a special machine, which would, I don't want to buy that, that'd be way too much. But I actually ended up paying a little over $100 for that to be pressed in completely. Now, I also fixed a broken bolt from the engine. One of the mounting bolts on the tractor, or on the engine itself, broke off, and they drilled that out and put an insert in there, so everything's fine with that. Now, nowadays, it runs on 2 cylinders, all 2 of them, with its full 18 horsepower. Here's the model number, 422707. It was made in, looks to be February 15th of 1993. On factory or conveyor belt 5B. So here it is. The MTD LT1442 is just about finished. Now I still gotta put the hood on, and I have to adjust the carburetor a little bit because I had it originally way too rich. Here's the idle mixture valve. It's a 3-bolt carburetor from Walbro. It's not the 4-bolt Nikai, or however you want to pronounce it. That was way out when I got it. So what I did was I needed to lean it out a lot. And I actually got a book that tells you to turn it all the way in just till it sets. You do not want to force it. And then you turn it out a turn and a half. And that will permit the engine to start. Now when I did that, I tuned it a little bit. But tonight I have to tune it completely so that's ready to put the front piece on. Now I don't actually have it with me, but I'll go grab it in a second. Otherwise, I'll show you just around the tractor. I have degreased it. I'll go around to the side. It turned out pretty well. It's hard to see. Actually, you probably won't be able to see it. But, brand new starter. Almost a full tank of gas. And it doesn't seem to be burning much or any oil at all. Now, here's the gas pedal that I made a while ago. And a lot of people, for tractors, use this. Now, it's not hooked up right now because I gotta make sure everything is tuned up, and I'll eventually just remove the governor. Just won't use it. But for now, I don't want it to rev itself to the moon quite yet. So otherwise, I still gotta do some touch up. I need to just paint that part, but you can see there are places where it needs to be touched up. But otherwise, this tractor is really coming together. I'll have a video of me running for the first time. I'll show you the battery. I actually hooked up the alternator. So right now I think it's actually charging it at about 13 volts at idle. I haven't tried it at any more RPM. I've only had just a high idle at the moment because I really don't want to stress this thing out when I'm tuning it. We can see that the muffler right here actually doesn't quite clear the frame with the original pipe that came with it. I'm just using 1 bolt right here, so it's not quite in place. I'll have to fix that sometime. However, I don't have a welder, so it's not going to be quite as easy. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot I've done to it. I've changed the hydro transmission fluid because it is a hydrostatic. I do not have the skull shifter for the hydro yet, but I mean I don't have it on yet, but I will put it on when everything is finished, just as a final piece. Otherwise, yeah, leave a comment down below if you want to see it run, drive, anything like that anymore. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And by the way, sorry if the quality isn't quite as good. I have to use my phone because I actually lost my camera's SD card with all the videos on it. So I couldn't make a video for like a few months. So I just thought I'll just use my phone for now until I find it or just get a new SD card. So that's for if it's shaky or different quality. Hopefully it's not too bad. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And go Briggs and Stratton.